Hello everyone and welcome to Mediocre's Mass Effect 4 wishlist. So, first of all, let's go over what this series is actually going to entail. This series is going to entail 3 things an episode. Each thing will just be a thought that's come to my head that I actually really want to be in the next Mass Effect game. So for instance, the things we're going to cover today is going to be playable alien races, expanded weaponry and expanded skills. And then at the end I'm going to give like a brief overview of what I've been talking about. So the reason for this series is just because I feel that because the Mass Effect 4 has not yet been announced, it's probably the perfect time to start mentioning this. So to be honest, without further ado, we'll actually get into the first topic, which is going to be called playable alien races. So playable alien races, like the Asari, you've got Drell, Krogan, any of these. There's 2 things that I think are going to make this a very big possibility. One of them is Dragon Age Inquisition, and the second is obviously the multiplayer for Mass Effect 3. So we'll first go over why Mass Effect's multiplayer is going to be one of the key influences for the playable alien races. The reason for this is because Mass Effect multiplayer was the first aspect of Mass Effect that actually allowed you to play as the Solarians, the Turians of the game. So we know that the models are in there and the assets are readily available. Obviously this will have to be converted to like Frostbite 3, but it's actually a major possibility now. So now, why Dragon Age Inquisition? Why is this a vital thing for the playable alien races? The reason for this is because Dragon Age Inquisition is actually allowing you to play as human, elf, dwarf and canary, and you can pretty much customise the characters and they all have their own custom voice actors. I believe if they're willing to do this for the Dragon Age Inquisition, they're probably going to do it for the next Mass Effect game. The reason we need this is because I feel having playable alien races is just going to add more to your own character. It's actually going to allow you to roleplay a bit better. I mean, the reason this is a RPG/action game, so I feel like having the ability to be any of these alien races really allows more depth in your character customization. Plus, I feel that they can then add like their own custom abilities, and you get treated differently depending on what race you pick. So I believe it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. The second one we're going to be doing is expanded weaponry. So expanded weaponry, what do I mean by this? By this I'm just going to cover the weapons used by the player character in Mass Effect 4. There was a good selection of weapons in Mass Effect 3, unfortunately I would still like to see a little bit more. I don't really feel that anyone can really argue with me when I say we need more weapons. I mean, more selection and variety is always good, especially when it comes to RPGs. Because like I mentioned before, having the ability to customise your character is one of the main focuses of a game like this. Again, the weapons in Mass Effect 3 and previous Mass Effects were okay. I just would like to see more. Again, I'm going to circle back to Dragon Age Inquisition because this is the reason I'm going to be making comparisons, even though they're 2 different games, is because Dragon Age Inquisition is actually going to be coming out soon and is the next BioWare title. So the reason I believe Dragon Age Inquisition is going to have an effect on this is because you're able to add attachments to your weapons and craft new weapons and stuff, which I think would be a pretty cool idea to bring to Mass Effect, being able to craft your own weapons and crafting your own attachments by finding other weapons in the game. I'm not sure how well it's going to be applied because Dragon Age Inquisition is a pure RPG, whereas Mass Effect 4 will probably be an action RPG. Like Mass Effect 3, I want them to retain the aspect of being able to choose what weapons you have equipped, unlike 1 and 2 where it forced you to have like all the weapons equipped or only the weapons that you were certified in. I believe that Mass Effect 3's approach to it, where it allowed you to pick and choose, and the benefit was the less weapons, the more tech and biotic abilities you can use. I think that's a great system and I hope they keep that in. So next thing we're going to go over is going to be expanded skills. Expanded skills. This is one thing I'm really passionate about. I feel again we're bringing back to the RPG element of Mass Effect, like was so prevalent in Mass Effect 1, where you had so many skills you could choose from. Unfortunately, I think console interest in the game plus the more action focus on it made them streamline this process down. While not necessarily a game breaking thing, I feel again it's taken away from the customization, and just bringing more skills back is just going to help the game flourish as a new trilogy, and also bringing in new talents I think is going to be really instrumental in setting this game apart from the original Mass Effect. I myself am not entirely sure what they could bring in, but as the game developers they are, I'm sure they could think of new abilities and stuff which can really set apart this game. Maybe for something, just more biotic powers would be good, just a more wider range other than just throws and damage over times and lifts and all, just like telekinesis stuff, just expanding a bit more and just seeing what else Bionics has to offer. And if this game is set in the future, like after Mass Effect 3, there is the ability to have, I don't know, more advanced biotic implant which has more of these abilities, which would explain why they weren't available in the game before. In conclusion, I believe playable alien races, expanded weaponry and expanded skills is what is going to be needed for the next Mass Effect 4. The reason for this is pretty much the same fundamental reason. The reason is to increase character customization. I believe making this a more RPG focused game than 2 and 3, more like 1 was, will make it a better game in my opinion. I mean, I know there's some people that will prefer the action orientated and want things even more streamlined, but for me, I just wanted to expand on everything they already have, hopefully just make it a great sequel really. Again, just to mainly set it apart from this trilogy. I mean, Shepard was a great character and I hope that the game is successful. So if you like that guys, please hit the like button, and actually if you have any suggestions for what you would like to see, leave them in a comment down below and I might include it in the next video. Thanks for watching guys, this is Mass Effect Monday.